Hello everyone. I am so excited to welcome everyone to day one of Metroid Week. The week where we play through all mainline 2D Metroid games from Metroid 1 all the way to Metroid Dread. I hope you're all excited because we are back at the beginning. This isn't just the original Metroid, it's also the original version of the original Metroid. We are specifically playing the Japanese version for two reasons. One, because you don't need to know any Japanese in order to play it. You can just ignore that text on screen, it doesn't matter. And two, because as you will come to learn, this is the superior version. You'll see that as we play through it. So without further ado, let's jump in. You can see I already have a few accounts. I've actually beaten the game on both of these, hence the money bags on the side of Samus there. That's because she's a bounty hunter, so she gets all the money for saving the day. But of course we're starting a new file, and to carry on the tradition of the past couple streams that I've done, we're naming the file Torque. I used to think that naming the file is what you named the character, but no, it's actually the name of your file. I do want to point something out, so people who have played The Legend of Zelda may recognize this screen. The English version of Metroid doesn't have this screen because it just used passwords that were really complicated for some reason, because Nintendo didn't want to pay extra to put a battery in the English cartridge. Whereas this is on the Famicom Disk System, which was a Japanese-only system that used discs. So you can save, which isn't going to matter for us because we're going to play the whole game at once. Also, you may notice on the side it says day. That's actually your hour count, but I guess hours are days on this planet. So anyway, I should stop talking. Let's jump in. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. So since this game was on a disc, it means that there are loading times. So we have to actually wait for the game to finish loading. Hey, Fritz Damboy, welcome. Yes, I'm gonna play all of this game right now. At least that's the plan, unless something horribly wrong happens. I have been practicing, so hopefully there shouldn't be any issues. And of course, I am playing this on Switch Online, so if need be, I can use this. I can rewind if I need to. I shouldn't have to use that too often, but in the event something happens, I might as well. How long will that take? It should be about 2 hours. That's how long most, or at least pretty much all the 2D Metroids can be beaten in under 2 hours if you know what you're doing. And like I said, I've been practicing a bit. Not to say that I am amazing at this game, I'm certainly not, and also it cheats. It's not the easiest game for sure, but I will do my best anyway. Of course, if you can't watch the whole thing at once, I am going to be uploading all of these streams to YouTube. If you want to finish this later, it should be uploaded sometime tomorrow, depending on how long YouTube takes to process it. Hey, Team Chief Pack, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it does feel good. I'm so excited. So yeah, in case people didn't catch on, the reason why I'm doing all four of these games is to build up hype for Metroid Dread, a game that I have quite literally been waiting 10 years for, because that is when I played Metroid Fusion for the first time. Funny enough, the first Metroid game I ever played was the last one on the timeline. Again, there is a bit of a story behind that. I guess I can go into that while I'm just jumping up corridors. So I was one of those people who bought the Nintendo 3DS back when it first came out, and when the 3DS first came out, it was way too expensive. They definitely overpriced it, and they admitted it, because a few months later they lowered the price, and as a way of apologizing for the people who bought the game at launch, they, oh, that's right, we're going down here. To apologize to people who got it at launch, they gave people a bunch of games for free Uh-oh, I'm running out of health already. That's another reason why you gotta focus. Oh dear. Alright, well that was the first death. You know, we're just gonna go back here. Let's pretend that didn't happen. I was too busy reminiscing about the past. But not anymore. I've been waiting a decade for these Pokemon remakes. That too! But since this is a brand new Metroid game coming out later this week, way more excited for that at the moment. But yeah, so Nintendo gave people a bunch of games for buying the 3DS early, and 2 of those games were Metroid 1 and 4. So that was my opening, and I played Metroid 4 first just because it looked more appealing, but then I played this game soon after that. Of course, I did not get good at it until recently. So for those who are less familiar with the 2D Metroid games, let me explain something about the first one. So like I said, it's very difficult, but there are these. So these are like sort of like this game's version of refill stations. So you basically just have to like kill these guys as they come out of the pipes, and then you farm health from them. And what's really neat, you'll notice, is that once the health thing appears, they stop spawning, which allows you to pick it up, but then it also makes it more difficult to grab. So you kind of... It's easier to do when you get better weapons, because that's the other thing if you're unfamiliar with Metroid games, is that you want to keep getting better and better stuff until you're able to beat the bosses. Because one of the things that makes Metroid such a great series is its open-endedness. The world is pretty much open. You can go pretty much anywhere outside of a couple rooms that you need items to get to. And that's the case in most of the 2D Metroid games. We'll get to that later on this week, why it's not all of them. Anyway, yeah, I could farm for health, but I think for now I am going to get a weapon that's gonna... Oh, you know what, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm gonna do that. So I guess I should also point out some of the differences between the English version and the Japanese version. Some enemies actually make noises when you kill them, and I think you heard one just a moment ago. But in the English version they don't do that, because since this game was on the Famicom Disk System, there was an extra audio channel in the CPU, so it had better quality audio. Now that doesn't matter most of the time when you're playing, because the better audio is attached to stuff like the door opening sound or to Samus's jump. But then for certain sequences and for certain enemies, they gave them noises. Which for anyone who's familiar with Zelda, it was also the case in that game. And you may notice when listening to like modern versions of the older music, they like add instruments that weren't in the NES version's track. So we are on our way to get our first upgrade. I mean, I technically did get missiles, which is kind of an upgrade, but you get a lot of missiles in this game, so I don't really count that one. No, we are going to get the first one. I think this should be it, I think. Yes, yeah, this is it. If you were here before the stream started, you might recognize this song. Worst. I should probably... Alright, yeah, let's start that over. Yes, you all might be mad at me for cheating, but I figured this game cheats at you, so I think it's only fair that you cheat back at it. Anyway, so all the red doors require 5 missiles to open. But they stay open. They never close once you open them, so that's nice of them. So here we have our Chozo statue and our first item, which, okay, you can see it's a little dinosaur holding the letter L. And in this game, they don't tell you what the item is. You have to figure it out for yourself. Fortunately, this one's pretty simple. This is the long beam. So now your beam actually extends the entire width of the screen. So much easier to get the enemies that are standing on the top. I should also mention that I remapped the buttons on my controller so that A and B are actually X and Y, which makes this, or B and Y, which makes this so much easier to play. So you only get 5 missiles at a time, so once you use them on the door, you pretty much don't have any until you can get some from another enemy. And that can get annoying, but at least now I can actually use this on the entire screen. These guys are also pretty annoying. That's something else that's really cool about this game, because it really was very ahead of its time in that all the enemies behave differently. They all have different patterns that you have to learn as you're playing, which is really cool. Because, you know, you look at like Mario or something, or Zelda, there's like 5 enemies at most. I like to duck under this guy. But yeah, anyone who's played the original English version of this game probably is going to find some of the sound effects a little jarring at first. But they are a lot better because they're using that better sound chip. I'm gonna get it. So right now we get hurt in the lava, but we will get something that will help alleviate that. I think we are on our way to our first health upgrade, which, fun thing about this game, the health upgrades, even there are actually more health upgrades in the game than what you are allowed to carry. I learned that the hard way. Because the best thing about the health upgrades isn't necessarily that you get them, it's that they refill your health when you pick them up, which is so nice. But if you're on low health and you have all your health upgrades already, you can't get one to refill your health. Let's see. Oh, Fritz, you saw the Smash video. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, we tried to time that so that the video went live as soon as, or the video went live, like, with enough time for you to finish watching it before we started streaming. But yeah, we were all very happy about that video. Because it really is crazy that the Smash train is about to come to an end. I had to go to 2-speed, yeah. And the video is still there if you want to watch it later instead. But I appreciate you wanting to try and finish it before the stream started. So now we are getting up to every speedrunner's favorite item. Oh, cool, nice. Yeah, because it's so weird, because at this point, it really could be anyone, the final fighter. I forget if we said that in the video or not, but, like, I really do believe that. Oh, shoot, I'm short one missile. Alright, one of these guys needs to give me a missile. Alright, good. No, come on. Give me a missile. Alright, let's try this guy. I just need one. Alright, well hopefully now that I have full health... well, I was gonna say if I had full health, they'd be more likely to spawn missiles, but that's probably not the case. Oh, there we go. Awesome. So anyone who's played a Metroid game probably knows that the faster you beat the game, you get a different ending. In this game, though, the only difference is in the text, which we can't read anyway because it's in Japanese. So it really doesn't matter if it takes a while to finish, but I'm going to try and still do it as fast as I can. So that was just the bombs. So now we can kill these guys. Ooh, I need that. I try to see if I can run past these guys before they dive down, because I don't need them at the moment. Although I guess I do need to refill my missiles before we get to the next area. So this Metroid game is structured to where there are 2 main bosses and 4 main areas in addition to the final boss area. And you have to kill the 2 bosses in order to get to the final area. Oh, Fritz, quote from Cave Story, that is a fantastic pick. But I just hope that if they do quote from Cave Story, that they also add Curly as either an Echo Fighter or an alternate costume. Because I feel like it's not... Because they're both playable in that game, so I feel like it's not fair to have one without the other. But yeah, that would be a great character, and it'd be cool to end Smash with an indie character too. Especially because Cave Story is one of like the first indie games. Yes, yeah, that is true. That is what I was saying. I agree, even though I love Shovel Knight. But yeah, it could. I think it could happen. Like, it's probably unlikely, but I definitely think we could see. Well, I'm not doing well. I need more help because we're about to head into the next area, and it is a lot more dangerous down there. But we're going to get the better weapon that we need. Yes, I would say at this point it probably is going to be a third-party character, just because there's not really a first-party character that would fit at the moment, because I don't think there's any new games coming out to where a first-party character would work. Oh, I can't get that. Come on. Alright, whatever. We will get an item eventually that will make lava less of an issue. Watch it be an Emmy. That would be interesting. I don't know if it'd necessarily be the best move, but it'd be an interesting choice. So the health upgrades, just like in most Metroid games, you have the ones that do like 5 health, and then you have others that do like 20 health, but there's no way of distinguishing which ones, so you always gotta hope that you pick up the bigger one, and it's always a nice surprise. I wish I had a turbo button on this controller, so I didn't have to keep tapping the button. It'd be really nice. Anyway, I'm hoping I can just fall. Yes, okay, good. Yeah, at this point with the Smash stuff, I might have touched on this in the video, but I just want it to be an interesting character that brings an interesting stage and good music. Because all the Smash remixes have been phenomenal so far. We're back to 5, so that's good. Because at this point, until we get more missiles, which we're about to, but until you get more missiles, you can't use them to kill enemies. You can only use them to get better stuff. Alright, we have made it to the entrance to our first area. And we're gonna have to wait a second for it to load, because again, this is the disc version. I just imagine kids in Japan playing this for the first time and just thinking that the game froze. Alright, so when you're down here in Norfair, the enemies do more damage, so it's better to try and avoid getting hit. Okay, this might be the better option. Of course, in later Metroid games, you can't go into Norfair right away because it's too hot. But there's no heat stuff in this game, so it's good for the most part. Kratos as the third-party character, yeah, I agree. I really think it would be so fitting for Smash to end with a Sony character. Just as a way of like proving once and for all that there are no rules and that any character can get in as long as they're from a video game. Kratos or Ratchet and Clank would be amazing for that. There goes that sound again. Man, these guys aren't giving me anything. That's probably on purpose. So you notice these guys have a pattern. They go lower twice, and then... Oh, they're not doing it this... There we go. Okay, maybe it's 3 times. I know it's twice in other Metroid games. Oh. Alright, let's just reverse that real quick. Yeah, I think Ratchet and Clank would work better for Smash, just personality-wise, but they might also be too similar to Banjo and Kazooie. Could have sworn... Oh, maybe it's this one. There it is. I knew there was a hidden path here. Yeah, that's true. Like, Master Chief, as much as people want him, he doesn't... Although, he is also sort of like Samus in that, like, you know, very stoic in the suit, but otherwise the kind of character you'd expect. I hate these guys. The seahorses that spit fire. So all these enemies have names, because there's the instruction manual, but I did not take the time to learn the names, so forgive me for that. Oh man, I knew that could... I knew that would happen. So they can actually kill you through the door. So you pretty much have to, do that. I hate it when that happens. But anyway, we got the jump boots. And we still have to listen to that beeping, but now we can jump higher at least. Of course, that's not the end. But yeah, I also don't see the point. I also don't think we're getting Master Chief just because we already have 2 Microsoft characters already. Even if Banjo and Kazooie don't really count. You know, I just realized something. It might be better if we go back and get the Ice Beam. I'm gonna do that. So I hate doing this. You basically have to keep jumping until they reappear, but you can see that it hurts you when it does that. So you basically have to like time it perfectly. And if you don't time it perfectly, then that happens. There we go. And still no health upgrades. Joy. I feel nothing but happiness in this situation. Yeah, you can see what I mean now. Oh man. This is not fun. I'm gonna try and grind on these enemies. See if that helps. Yeah, still just missiles. Missiles that I don't need. That didn't help at all. Of course he gave me the thing. Here, let me actually reverse that. See if that helps. Oh, now it's a missile. Yeah, there's a lot of RNG involved in this earlier game, and on the previous playthroughs that I've done, the RNG's been a lot better than it's been here. Fortunately, this is on the Switch, but I can promise anybody who's annoyed by me doing this right now, when we get to Metroids 3 and 4, I am far better at those, and I will not be doing any rewinding on either one. That is a promise. Because those games are both absolutely incredible. Oh, we did it. Okay, cool. We can actually make it back up here now. Yes, okay. Keep that up, please. Oh, what? I have the high jump boots now. I should be able to go up here. I know there's a way to do that. Is that really not high enough? No, not doing that. Oh wait, hold on. Let me do this. not good at bomb jumping. It's like you just get an ability that makes you think you're going to be able to jump higher, and then all of a sudden they're like, nope, actually that's not true, you can't jump higher. Or wait a minute. Oh. Okay, hold that thought. Oh, actually, no. Go back to when I had 15 health, please. Thank you. This Metroid week's off to a bad start. I apologize. Well, at least that stopped. I think it's 7 seconds. So I think the thing I forgot before I started streaming is that when you play this game, you have to really focus. Because if you're not focusing, everything just goes wrong immediately. And that's hard to do when you're live streaming. I don't know how many people here have tried live streaming before. Okay, let me think. Oh, that's right. Just ignore that guy for now. So here, we're very, well, we have more missiles, which we're going to need. And not just a couple more, a lot more. Alright, trigger him. That didn't help. I think he can't hurt us now, so I can just do this forever. There we go. There's probably another one. Of course, this guy snuck in. Oh, nice. We got a 20. Alright, 15 missiles. So with the missiles, you can do that way easier. It's a game changer when you actually can afford to use missiles. actually kind of getting somewhere. So unlike in the later Metroid games, in this one there's a lot of duplicates of stuff other than missiles and health upgrades. And a lot of the times you don't need it, but there are certain instances where you do. And that is what we are going to get right now. Ice beam. There are multiple different ice beams in this game, and we will be getting the ice beam multiple times. I wish I could hit these guys with the ice beam, but unfortunately you cannot shoot down. That is a feature they did not add until Metroid 2. So with the ice beam, enemies take more hits to kill, but you can now freeze them in place. Like so. Oh, well, that was a bad example, because he was already almost dead. And also, one issue I have is that I always push the... You know what, I'm gonna do that again. I always push the button really fast, so I fire off more than one at once, but you only want to hit one, because if you hit it twice, then it unfreezes them. There we go. Alright, and now with the ice beam in tow, head back to where we got the high jump boots, and now we can actually move forward. Wait, there shouldn't be anything in there. Yeah, okay. I guess the ball just reappears then. Okay, so that guy's frozen. We're going to keep him that way. There we go. And that got me. But now we can do this. Or not. Here we go. Yeah, we kind of have to use these guys as like a ladder. Now, we're about to get another item that's really going to help. Provided we don't die. Which is, yeah, saw that one coming. Hoping there's an E-tank that's just up here. There we go. Wait for that. See what I mean? I try to hit it only one time and it does it multiple times and it unfreezes. can't see anything? What do you mean? It's on the screen. Oh, okay. I guess Brodavia is blind now. I'm sorry to hear about that. I don't know when you got here, Brodavia, but you fortunately missed some unfortunate stuff. And you're probably going to see more of it, but things are finally rolling a bit better now. Or not. Oh, you had it on audio only. Okay. That would make sense. So yes, now that we have the ice beam, we can actually do this. We can actually grind without them hitting me. So how have you been, Brodavia? It feels like it's been forever since I've spoken to you. Don't forget October 3rd. True. Oh man, someone needs to make an edit where it's Samus looking at a locket instead of oh, Fritz, that is a reference to Full Metal Alchemist, which is a very popular anime. It's like something bad happened on that day, let's just say that. Okay, we're at max missiles. Edward Elric, that's right. I couldn't remember the name. Yeah, I know you guys are still trying to get me to watch that, and I'm going to eventually, but I've had a lot that I have had to do recently. Get this guy. Alright, so you know pretty much as much about the show as I do, Fritz. If that's your response to that situation. Okay, so we are here. So I think we can go up this way. Yes, awesome. Oh, you have watched it. Oh, okay. My mistake. Yeah, I forget specific dates and stuff too. Yeah, don't worry about it. Anyway, we've got the big one. Yeah, maybe we should just all watch it at the same time. You know what? I could put it on. That's not gonna copyright strike our channel, right? If I just play FMA in the background. Oh man. So we have the screw attack now. I love the noise it makes when you use it. It's very satisfying. Yes, rest in peace, screwattack.com. But not rest in peace for us, because we can actually do things now without getting hurt. The song made you think that? Oh, I guess you missed the pre-stream, because I had that song playing in the pre-stream. So we are not done in Norfair just yet. We have one more thing we need to go get. But the screw attack is going to make everything so much easier, including grinding. Yeah, Fritz, the website died several years ago now. A very important part of like the early internet like gaming community. Yeah, it's here. Here, hold on. Let me say that. Angie Pigeon Gavender. I love the way you spell things sometimes, Brodavia. So they might still have like people doing stuff with it. Yeah, Rooster Teeth acquired them, but in terms of like the original website, it's been dead for a while. Here we go. I finally found a strategy that works. Yes, that's correct. Both the melee, both the screw attack noise, and the bomb sound effect, which is this. Both of those are from, are used in Smash Brothers. They're from this game. But yeah, the sound effect sounds nothing like this in the English version. That's probably why you haven't heard it. Oh, you've never played this one either. Oh, okay. I definitely do not recommend it. If you're gonna play Metroid 1, play the GBA Remake Zero Mission. This game, as I'm sure you've seen by now, is very difficult and very convoluted. It is so much better to play Zero Mission. I'm only doing this one because I am celebrating the history of Metroid. Yes, that is also true, Brodavia. I didn't remember that one, but you're right. Oh wait, hold on. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yes. We have to go even further below. So the stuff that looks like lava is not actually lava. It is fake. It is meant simply to trick you. But yeah, Zero Mission is a phenomenal remake. Even though I do think it kind of makes the game feel even more linear, because this game is super unlinear. It's like you can make your own path, whichever works best for you. Like I'm actually trying a new path than what I usually do. So you may notice there's this strange formation of blocks, and it's not very easy to get through it. If only there was some kind of weapon. Okay, I think I'm gonna... Okay, no, actually, I lost too much health there. If only there was some way to make these blocks easier to hit. Also, I like how the bomb explodes all of that too. Oh no, don't tell me. Okay, here we can do that, right? Oh, of course not, because I had that. Alright, we're getting closer. I think these maybe. There it is. Right on the end. like how you have to continuously hold the button in order to get the... Oh, okay, that was too much health lost. So basically the plan right now is, like I said, there are two bosses. You probably know who they are. My plan is to get as many missiles as possible so that I can use them all on the boss at once. And then hopefully it'll make that an easier process. But since I was talking about Zero Mission earlier, I would like to bring up something really cool. For anyone who is interested in the lore of the Metroid series, because it actually has a lot of lore, I highly recommend reading the official Metroid manga. In promotion with Zero Mission, they made an officially licensed Metroid manga that came out in 2004, and it's a really good explanation for why all of this is happening. Get that guy. It explains pretty much everything you need to know. And it's free. Someone translated it and posted it online. So you can just go download it. You just need to look it up, official Metroid manga or something. And it's really interesting. The art's really good. So I love the level design in this area with these things. They look like tadpole eyeballs or like frog eggs or something. And it's even more fascinating when you consider that each one of those had to be hand done by a programmer. Like how you can see the bottom of the seahorse here. We are at our next item, the last one we need for now, before we take on the first boss. Or actually, no, there's one more we're getting before the first boss, that's right. So this is the wave beam, the better of the two beams. So now, instead of it just being a straight line, the wave beam shoots like that, and it can shoot through stuff. It can shoot through enemies, shoot through doors, just like their weapons can. Alright, so with that, okay. We'll be able to jump out of here. And now let me think. It would be better to head back. But now with the wave beam, those giant block things that we saw earlier, you'll see, I love how they put those there, because it really lets you see so yeah, you can see now that we can shoot through walls, we can get enemies that are far away. And I love how the level design is meant to reflect, it's meant to showcase that ability. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show this off. Woo! It just creates a big gap. Of course, only a certain number of blocks can be broken at once for some reason. But hey, it works. And once again, health becoming a problem. Phew, that was close. So the enemies can actually get trapped inside of the room with you while you're transitioning to the next level, and then they can kill you. I feel like that was an oversight. They probably didn't intend on it being like that. You can see how much faster the wave beam takes down enemies. It's so nice. Here we go. This way, I think we have to go up one more. No, wait. Actually, I think there's something I need through here. Only in this game do you use the morph balls to hide from stuff. See, you can't avoid that. You have to get hit by that. Because of the... Wow, man, that is... You have no other choice. You have to hear it. If I wait longer... No! There's no way to avoid that! Alright, well I guess I'm not going that way. So some of those guys you can shoot through, and other ones you can't. I don't know why. Also, that guy takes a lot of hits. That's close. Now I can't hit the door. Oh dear, okay. Oh, okay. That time didn't hit you. I need that. Okay, back here. Finally. Hey, I've been streaming for an hour now. And we still haven't made it to the first boss. This might take longer than expected. Hopefully I don't have to end it too early. Yes, I hope you're right. Yeah, Fritz in the chat said to find another energy tank. And I should be good after that, but you're right. I'm pretty sure there's one right before the first boss. Until then, though, I have to resort to this. We'll get up to 50. I think I should be good after that. It's like the worst part about grinding with these guys is that it's not. It's that a lot of times it's like this, where they don't give you anything. Like there are other older games that I've played where they do a pretty good job of balancing the health items. Super Metroid, for example, does a really good job with it, but not this game. This game's like, you can get health when we say you can get health. And of course that happens too, where your rhythm gets thrown off for no reason, even though you have the screw attack going. So like a lot of times it's just a gamble. Like you can keep trying to get health, but sometimes stick with 65, unfortunately, a 70. Nope, I'm not putting up with that. Cool, so we're leaving with 63. Or I don't think we're not out yet. We still have to make it over these. Pretty much have to time this perfectly. And then, come on. Yes. And we're back to 20 again. Fantastic. So close to making it out of Norfair. And I'm pretty sure I know exactly where a good health pickup is. Wait, hold on a second. This isn't the way out. But actually, I might need to go this way, actually. Wait, another one of these rooms. Well, I actually can't do that because I'm at the ice beam. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna rewind real quick and head back. I'm pretty sure there's like missiles or something, but at this point I should be able to get enough missiles to beat Kraid. This is the way up. Oh yeah, you guys got to see the enemies get suspended if you destroy the bricks that they're crawling around on. I think this is it. Maybe. Yes. Alright. We're finally making it out of here. Ooh, I needed time to stretch my hands a bit anyway. And hydrate. Nobody did the hydrate emote, but I'm going to do it anyway. Now we can actually shoot the enemies on the ground, which is extremely useful. But of course, they're all giving me the missiles that I don't need. Yeah, it's so awesome when you get out of there, and all these enemies are meant to be like the early game enemies, so you can just fly through them. All the stuff now. And now that we have the high jump boots, there's one other thing that we can get that's going to make everything much better, and it's going to make going back down there much better too. I really like this area again. This is Upper Brinstar, and it's all decked out with green, which I think is really appealing because it clashes with Samus's yellow really well. And there's one very important item for us to get in Upper Brinstar. Very careful here not to accidentally bomb those platforms and fall to the bottom. And there it is. So we got to do this little number again. Wait for the blocks to come back. Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot. You gotta be careful, otherwise you'll fall back down. There we go. The Varia suit, the only suit upgrade that's in every single Metroid game. I guess except for Prime 2 and 3. But it's implied that Samus already has it in those games anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that it is in every single one. So with the Varia suit, in later Metroid games, the Varia suit would protect you from extreme temperatures, but there are no extreme temperatures in this game, because it's not like they could program that on an NES. So instead, the Varia suit just gives you half damage, which is going to come in handy when we get back into Norfair later, and it'll be handy against Kraid. But man, how did we get back up to full health? This area is just so much more forgiving than Norfair is. So okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just pretend that all of that was just the result of the game and not me. Although I did admittedly just miss that missile tank. Should be another pathway. I might have to jump up there. Yes. I know there's I think we do this. There we go. We got our next E-Tank, although I didn't need it. I was still at full health, but we will need it later, so it counts. Alright, with that, we have now gotten everything that we need to go fight Kraid. So you can see now when you're in lava, you take far less damage than you did before as a result of the new suit. Although, it's less of a new suit and more just a palette change, because you can actually see like suit improvements in later games, but in this one it just changes the color. I think we're still making decent time on this. that up there is an E-Tank. Unfortunately... Oh wait, actually we might need the Ice Beam in order to get that one. I don't think you can wall jump yet. So yeah, so we'll have to stick with 2 for now. But that's actually probably a good thing, because that way we can get that E-Tank when we're really going to need it. Alright, and we're just very creepy looking statue, and we are ready for Area 3. Oh, you meant to make popcorn? Awesome. I love popcorn. I wish I could have some right now. That sounds really good. But yes, we are in a better position now. We are making our way down to boss number 1. Welcome to Kraid. So in some versions, this area is just referred to as Kraid, but in other versions, it's also Kraid's Lair. So you can call it whatever you want. But yeah, so I both have more E-Tanks. I keep calling them E-Tanks for Mega Man. Energy tanks. And I also have the Varia suit. I don't know if you were there when I got that. Falling in lava isn't actually as big of a problem anymore, because even though you still lose health, it's at a much shorter pace now. These guys jumping on nothing somehow. So we have 50 missiles. That should be enough for Kraid. No, this game does not have the gravity suit. Here, hold on a second. Yeah, now instead of enemies coming out of pre-designated places, they now just come out of the floor. Okay, anyway, we're good. Let's see. So I think we need to get in here. Might be faster around the other way. Oh wait, I don't think we can go around there. But no, this game does not have the gravity suit. It is the only... I'm pretty sure the Varia suit's the only suit upgrade, because there's no water really in this game. I mean, you do sort of have lava, but like... I wouldn't really count that. Anyway, yeah, I don't think we can go back, so I think I need to figure out how to bomb jump to get in there. Oh, maybe you just keep mashing. Yes, you have to time it pretty perfectly. Because also this one, sometimes they don't want to do it for some reason. And in this game, it's the tightest. Okay, I think I'm just going to take the long way. Because it's probably more interesting to watch that at this point. Probably thinking, you were already in here, weren't you? Anyway, let's see. So we went up into that one. So I think, yeah, we have to go this way. Yeah, a lot of the rooms repeat themselves in this area. That's its whole gimmick. It'll probably help save development time too, just reusing the same areas instead of trying to create a maze. Very careful not to fall here. Because we have to get through here, because we can't bounce off of it. Actually, are we even able to do that? I'm worried, I don't think we can. Do we need the ice beam here? Because that would suck if it turns out... Oh no, okay, we can do this. I was very worried. Hopefully I can pick up some health so we can have a better go of things when we actually fight Kraid. So this is how you know you're at the boss area. Of course, we're going to have to grind. He's right behind there, but we can't just jump right in. There we go. Let the next item appear and unlock the door so that we can then farm for more missiles. Of course, that door is going to keep getting closed and reopened. Okay, so I'm gonna try this, and then if that isn't good enough, here. We'll do that one. Okay. Alright, here we go. Attempt number 1. Yes! Oh man, first try. Wow, that was awesome. Okay, so the reason why I was so willing to drain all my health there is because there is a new health pickup right here, but it is very difficult to get, but I will attempt to. Although admittedly I probably should make another one of these. Okay, because I might die attempting to get this. Basically have to jump, you have to trigger it, and then you have to jump up, and then come on. Yes. Okay. And just like that, we are back up to full health, and we have 80 more missiles. So we did waste a ton of missiles on Kraid, so we have to get a ton of them back before we can move on to Ridley. And that's not going to be fun. Ridley, I don't know if we can say Ridley time just yet. We're getting there though, but first we have to make it back up this thing, which this thing is a nightmare. Wow, I actually did that in the first try. I am very surprised. That usually takes me like 10 tries to get to that. Yeah, fortunately, there is not much that I have to get now, because I pretty much got everything ahead of time so that I could just go through Kraid. But there is a few things that we need to get before we can move on to Ridley. And for starters, getting out of here, I'm probably going to have to walk. Since I don't have the ice beam, I'm probably going to have to take the long way over again. Yeah. Oh well. Fortunately, the time in this game doesn't really matter. I should be able to stream long enough to finish it. basically have like a ton of missiles now. We just have to refill them. Because now we're at the point where getting missiles is pretty much just as valuable as getting health. Because again, you saw how I was able to get through Kraid just by spamming missiles at him. You can pretty much do the same thing with Ridley. I think I'm going to stay here until we get a few more missiles, and we'll move on. Alright, only two that time? Admittedly, there's not a lot for us to do here, but there is one thing. So you can see how fun this is to get. You pretty much have to make your way back over to this side if you fail to get it the right way. I missed it. You know what? Let's just pretend that didn't happen. I could have sworn you could make the cut back up. But yeah, you have to clear a path here first. So unfortunately, we do have to go trek back through Norfair, but we do have a lot more at our disposal this time, including halved damage. Color of the different things have changed. Whatever these platforms are made of, very unclear. Alright, and now to layer number 2. Yes, actual Ridley time. Welcome to Ridley. Again, it's both the name of this location and the name of the boss. Although I guess in Super Metroid it's called Lower Norfair, so we can call it that too. With all these enemies, it's best to just run through them while here. Oh, it's fake. Too many enemies on screen, it's slowing down. These enemies are really weird. I don't know what they're called. There's another way through. Yeah, probably not, but at least we got more missiles, which we're gonna need. I probably have enough health things, because there are multiple more health tanks that we can get before the game won't let us get anymore. But I think we should be okay. I mean, we can use the rewind feature if we're not. Ridley should be towards the bottom of this section. Nice, we got the green area. That's how you know that that's the right one. Remember, this is like a nasty corridor, but since we have the wave beam, it shouldn't be too nasty. Unfortunately, they're all giving us health, which is nice. If you had the ice beam going through this, I do not know what you would do. Full of missiles. Well, that's good. I think just about there. One more here. I know we're getting close. And of course, I keep losing health, which is going to make fighting Ridley even more difficult. So yeah, that is Ridley right behind here. I'm going to save again. Alright, let's do it. So from what I've seen in like videos, You're supposed to like use the ice beam to like freeze the things that he shoots at you, the fireballs, which are part of the Smash moveset. But I'm hoping that this strategy will also work well enough. Also, why didn't he make that noise when he gets hit? Okay, reverse back. Yay! Alright, now one more. You all know what's coming. Actually, maybe I should beat these guys first and then get it. Oh, they respawn. Okay, so. And I think you can only have 5, so I think we're good on energy now. Yeah, so that's Ridley. So I think that means, I don't think there's, oh wait, there is one more thing. I thought we could just hightail it to the final boss, but no, there is one more thing. Music does get kind of grating to listen to after a while, because it's pretty much just the same loop. So pretty much at this point, you want to try and make it to the final boss without taking damage, as little damage and as few missiles as possible, because you need all of that for the ending. Sometimes it feels like these areas are designed more so to test you on your way back than on your way down, because you could just fall through some of them. Goodbye, Ridley. Too soon. Alright, so it's been about 2 hours now since we started. Took a little bit longer than I expected, but we just got to make one more stop and then we'll make our way to the end of the game. I just realized the coincidence with me saying final stop, because I remembered that the name Metroid, I recently just learned this. I don't know why I didn't know this before, but the name Metroid is actually a cross between Metro as in a subway and then Android as in a humanoid machine. It's called, and the Metro comes from the fact that you go up and side to side in the room, similar to the way a train travels up and sides, like if you look at like a subway map. So yeah, in that sense, we really do have one more stop before the end. I just wish they'd give me more missiles, because if I don't get more missiles, then we're probably going to have to farm missiles before we get to the end. Because you need to be pretty much full on. guys. I wonder if these are the best guys to farm missiles on, because otherwise I might stay here a bit. So you can see we have all these weird bugs around. And what could this be here? It's another ice beam. So yeah, basically we need the ice beam again in order to do the end of the game. If you've played a Metroid game before, you know why. If you haven't, then you're about to find out. But yeah, having the wave beam is better in most situations, but in the end of the game, you need the ice beam. You really do feel less powerful without the wave beam, though. Anyway, you have to stand perfectly on that block, because it's the only one that's not. There we go. Uh-oh. Keep better track of which one it is. So I probably could farm more missiles, but I'm going to go ahead and head to the end anyway. If I'm unable to complete it, then I'll try farming for missiles a bit and then come back. But for now, I am just going to make my way back there. Because you can encounter a situation where if you don't have enough missiles, you are unable to finish. Like, you will not beat the game if you do not get enough missiles. I think I have enough. And I'm more or less full on health too, so that is nice. This is where we farm for missiles if we don't have enough, but I am going to assume that we have enough. So this is the boss statue chamber. You have to shoot them to confirm that you did indeed defeat them, and then the path will open. And we make our way now to Tourian, the center of planet Zebes. This is the lair where Mother Brain resides. She's the leader of the space pirates and the one that Samus must defeat to bring peace to the galaxy. There's no way anything bad could happen after this, right? But there's there's one other thing that we have to encounter before facing Mother Brain. The Metroid! The name of the game. And so I'm gonna have to focus here. I'm probably not gonna talk too much. I'm probably not gonna read the chat. Because there's a very specific manner to killing Metroids. First yellow door. This door takes quite a few missiles before it opens. Oh no. No! Okay. That was close. The health, I need the missiles. I'll be fine without the health. If I don't have enough missiles though, I will be unable to beat the game. With health I can just rewind. Oh dear, okay. No, okay. No. Okay, we're at 210. I think. Oh, okay, one more. Two more. Ah, no. Oh no. Okay. Here we go. This is it. Get ready for a lot of rewinding, because I probably will not do this in one go. So the deal with these energy bars is that they replenish if if you don't hit them with enough missiles fast enough. So you basically can just blow through a ton of missiles if you get hit before the energy beams disappear. Once they disappear, you're good. You know what? I have taken too much damage now. I need to go back. Because if you take too much damage too, then once you get to the end, it's pretty much over. Now don't... See, sometimes it doesn't recognize it as being hit either, which is also annoying. Even though I'm clearly hitting it. Low rumbling machinery in the background, although we can't see the background here. Just wait. So that was the last beam, but I really don't think I can beat... Oh no, there's one more beam. I don't think I can beat Mother Brain. I'm probably going to have to do this section over a lot. Especially because the Cheerios don't give you anything for shooting them. Oh yeah, no, I am not doing this. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to reset. I should have enough missiles, but the problem is health. Okay, I do still have one thing left now, so... You have to hit the node on the top of the head. It is interesting that in this version of Mother Brain, it's implied that there's like 2 eyes. But you know, every other iteration of Mother Brain after this would imply that it was... You can see the brain pulsate more as it gets hit. That's such a neat effect. That was quick. Yeah, get more comfortable. Okay. these things can track exactly where you are is really impressive. That it knows to move them to the right or to the left. Alright, no, we're not doing it this run either. Ugh. I have to say, the idea of people being able to do this back in the 80s, I still find that hard to believe. Without any rewind or even saving in the room before. I guess when this was the only game you had available, you just figured it out. Yeah, I know I can go back farther, but I feel like if I can... I feel like I'm getting close, though. I don't know. Yeah, you know, you're probably right. I'll just start the room over. There's a timing to it. If you don't nail the timing, it just wrecks you. also can't duck. I keep noticing things that you can't do in this game that would make it so much easier that you can do in other Metroid games. Oh. That's it. Escape. Escape bomb. No. Okay. Yeah, we're not putting up with that. Yeah. Woo. Yes. Oh, man. Hey, Penguin. Thank you for the emotes. We did it. We didn't do it the original way, but we did it anyway. I still think that's good enough. Hey, wow, this ending screen's in English, even though it's the Japanese version. So yeah, and that is Metroid 1. Even though it got off to a rocky start, it had a bit of a rocky finish. I certainly hope everyone enjoyed, and just so you know, this is only the beginning of Metroid Week. We've got a lot more, and it only goes up from here. This will probably be the worst that I do at all of these. And let's just say that when I do Metroid 2, I'm going to have a bit more assistance with getting through that one, because if you thought this one was bad, the next one just gets a lot worse. 2 is easily the hardest of all of them, and I wish I could stream the 3DS version, but unfortunately I do not have a 3DS capture card. Hopefully that's time to that for you. Yeah, again, I pretty much knew where most stuff was. The problem was just getting there and doing everything. But yeah, this is only the beginning. I'll probably create like a highlight reel and post that onto the channel. That'll be tomorrow. Again, if you haven't seen our new Smash prediction video, definitely check that out if you want. Again, tomorrow will be Metroid 2, then the day after will be 3, then 4, and then we'll be doing our early coverage of Metroid Dread. That is all going to be great. And let's just let this fade out real quick. And until next time, goodbye.